Dragon Ball Super has had plenty of powerful villains over the years, but one of the most surprisingly dangerous of them all was completely forgotten by Goku and Vegeta, and he could make a comeback soon in an even more threatening form. Let me know in the comments section if you know who the villain is. Hint, he's not in the thumbnail. But before Moro decides to use my torso as a pincushion for his entire arm, I'd like to say hello guys and gals, I'm Nick, and welcome to 30's Feedback. So, in Dragon Ball Super's Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga, the villainous Moro was running around, devouring the life force of planets and doing untold damage to the universe at large. The danger posed by Moro was obviously huge, and stopping Moro quickly became Goku and Vegeta's #1 goal. However, Moro had a number of powerful henchmen working for him, all of whom were formerly prisoners of the Galactic Patrol as well. Among those was an artificial lifeform known as 7-3, whose origins were initially a mystery, but whose ability to copy the power of others puts him on a deadly level. In Dragon Ball Super Chapter 56, 7-3 appears on Earth and challenges Gohan and Piccolo, copying their abilities by grabbing them from behind by the neck. With that, he's able to use all of Piccolo and Gohan's techniques and transformations and can switch back and forth between them whenever he chooses. In fact, 7-3 is actually able to copy the abilities of 3 people at a time, and he brought a copy of Moro's abilities with him, automatically placing him at a higher power level than anyone available on Earth at the time. Combined with his unending stamina as a result of being an artificial lifeform like the androids, 7-3 could have easily been the main villain of the arc. And truthfully, he was never actually defeated, but simply absorbed by Moro to boost his already impressive powers. Worse still, it was revealed later in Chapter 67 that 7-3 survived Moro's destruction and his head and data was recovered by his original creators. He was, in fact, just one of an army of these artificial beings called OG soldiers. 7-3's experiences and battle data were then downloaded into his fellow soldiers, making them all just as dangerous. While Granola destroyed a huge number of them, he took the original 7-3's body back to his employers, the Heaters, who at the time were working with Frieza. The impressive debut of Frieza's black form likely means that he will come back as a main villain in the future, so it's entirely possible that he will show up with an army of 7-3s. Considering how hard to deal with just one of these androids was, this eventually spells trouble for the defenders of Earth. Copy abilities have been seen in Dragon Ball before, but 7-3's particular set of powers and his experiences fighting alongside Moro make him far more dangerous than most enemies. Alone, he held off Gohan and Piccolo, so there's no telling how dangerous an army of 7-3s could be. Overlooking such a dangerous foe may turn out to be a big mistake for Goku and Vegeta, but 7-3's return would also be a very exciting development in a future arc of Dragon Ball Super.